called the Artist Veronica collection and has awesome names. And I'm not even gonna keep talking because Katie is, because there are awesome names for each one of these colors. Will you tell us what's going on, Katie?
Yes, I love these Artist Veronica. And you know, when you think about it, it is like a paintbrush. These kind of look like a paintbrush. So that's why we name them after famous painters. So we've got the Van Gogh, which is the purple. We've got the Perfectly Picasso, which is the blue, and the Royal, and the Royal Rembrandt, which is pink. So you've got your three famous painter colors and these flowers that look like they're paintbrushes that have just been absolutely dipped in the paint, and someone has come along and painted these flowers. And aren't they the most unique shape flower you have ever seen?
Well, I love it. I mean, I love the tall conical shape. There's something like architectural and very sculptural about it. And I love that it uses every single inch of its vertical majesty, right?
Yes.
With the color. The color is all along the flower. It's $23.32, 3 easy payments of $7.77. This is another perennial. And the headline is not one color, but three, not for 1 week, but for the entire season. It's very long lasting. And we're looking right now at the purple. Did you tell me that the purple is Very Van Gogh?
That's right.
Very Van Gogh is the purple. And purple is so royal, right? Like what a wonderfully royal color. And we've got other purple flowers, right? So we had the lavender earlier. We had the different types of butterfly bush, right?
Yeah.
And we even just had the verbena, which was in the purple family. So if you're like a purple lavendery person, you're in luck. We got you covered. But this is only one of the three, because then the pink, which one is the pink, my friend?
The pink is the Royal Rembrandt.
The Royal Rembrandt. I mean, made by artists. It makes me think of a museum, walking into a museum and looking at the, beautiful paintings by Rembrandt. And then we also have, now I'm told that it's very hard to find a blue flower, that they're rarer, right? That they're rarer.
Absolutely. People are trying every day in breeding technology to get that perfect blue flower. And so that's why we're calling this one Perfectly Picasso.
Oh, Perfectly Picasso. And remember, you're actually not having to choose. You get all three of these fabulous colors, all three of them. And we have fewer than 400 remaining. So it's been exceedingly popular. And you're looking at $7.77. You buy it once. It's going to come back year after year. I'm looking at this. Katie, I'm also almost like, I don't know, I think it would be, is it this way or this way?
Other way. Yeah, that way.
This way.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
Like you just kind of gave it a haircut. And so that part, the part that you want to plant up looks more uniform than the roots will look. And you want to bury the whole thing 2 to 3 inches under the ground.
Look at that.
But the great thing about this bare root plant is, and a lot of our bare root plants, is you will get flowers in your first year.
Oh.
And Rachel, yes. So you will definitely get flowers in your first year. And you said it already, but I want people to understand that the Veronica flower has great performance. So this flower, not only will it bloom for you profusely this year, but the flowers are so long lasting. A lot of our perennial flowers, our plants will bloom for a long season period, but the flowers don't last as long. These flowers will last so long on that plant. You will be amazed. So think about how long they'll last as a cut flower inside. So these are a great plant. I would say every gardener should have some Veronica, because they really will impress you with how easy they are to grow and how long the flower stays looking beautiful on that plant.
You know what? I'm going to take, if you can take a wider shot, because we had the purples with the Grand Cascade and then the pink one as well. Oh. And those are kind of weeping, but then these are vertical. Could I do these together? And then I even have the butterfly bush there with the yellow. Would it be okay to plant these in the same kind of general area?
Yes, those would look fantastic. Any of your summer flowering perennials. And I would love to see a yellow in there, whether it's your honeycomb tree or your rose, but putting these purples together, like you said, if you're a purple lover, what you want to do is you keep with the same color, but try to mix in textures and flower shapes. So here you're getting that upright, and then you're getting the weeping. Oh. And so that way you have some variety in your garden. But I'm a personal big fan of color blocking and keeping with that one color palette. I think sometimes that can be a really elegant look in the garden.
Or I just added the pink because I decided pink. Why not pink and purple, and then even yellow with my butterfly bush? I'm going to go over here, because if I can pull this enough. This is my butterfly bush that's coming up. Come on, have some muscles, Rachel.
Oh my gosh, that is absolute. Purple and yellow is one of my favorite combinations.
I want all of this. I want
Me
all
too.
of
That
this
looks
going
great.
on right now. I want
That
all of
looks
this
really
going
pretty.
on. Because I like the texture, I like the difference, I like the different heights. And by the way, we have fewer than 300 of these. So remember, you're getting all 3 of these. And the names, you know, they're named after artists because they're so amazing. So who's our purple again? Our purple is
We've
our
got Very
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh in the
Gogh.
purple.
Yes.
Yes. The Perfectly Picasso is blue and the Royal Rembrandt is pink. And these are going to be those long-lasting flowers. In fact, these are such long-lasting flowers. This story I love so much. Maybe it's because I'm Irish, but they used to pin these on the lapel of travelers who were, it's an old Irish lore, before they left, because they wanted that person to remember them and remember their home. So they would pin them on their lapel because these flowers lasted so long. If that journey was 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the flower would still be looking really good for that person to remember their family. So if we're thinking of that plant one forward story, this is one of those great plants to help you draw that remembrance of your family, of your loved ones. You're getting 3, maybe you get one for yourself and share the other 2.
Yeah, and you know what, and you're getting different colors as well. So who's the purple person in your family? Who loves the pink in your family? Who loves the blue? I mean, the blue, Picasso, right? I mean, right there. And I've always learned that blue is such a hard flower, like a true blue to find in your garden. So if you've got purple or yellow or pinks, you know, and obviously with the green, but I love it. I also love that you get the color payoff all the way along that vertical stem. It looks like an architectural marvel. I mean, the flowers blooming all along that vertical stem, and and then as you said, they're lasting for so long. It's M68530. I love the story that you were saying in terms of it being pinned on you, and the color was lasting for so long that it always was a memory of that person. The pink one is the Royal Rembrandt, is that right?
Yes.
And then the Very Van Gogh is the purple.
You got it.
But you don't have to remember that there isn't a test. So you're going to get these home, and you're actually going to receive all 3. And it's going to come, we have fewer than 200 remaining, and it's going to come looking like a little troll doll. Right? But it's not. Like the troll doll would be the hair like this.
Right, exactly.
But you're going to flip it, and you're actually going to plant it. Do I plant the whole thing underneath the ground?
Whole thing underneath the ground, yeah, 2 to 3 inches under, and it will pop up in, it's a late spring, early summer bloomer, so it will start to come up out of the ground, and then you'll see those flowers all throughout the summer, all the way through till a first frost. And I love, pastel colors are so on trend right now with flowers, so I love that you're getting all 3. I'd say pick up 2 sets if you're thinking that you want to do a bigger spot of purple, a bigger spot of pink. Pepper them around your garden because of this texture, this flower shape is so unusual. And so you're going to love the way that they stick straight up, and that, like you said, they cover that whole panicle, that whole part of the flower.
And by the way, we just had the Verbena. I'm going to pick up the Verbena as well, only because, right? So this was the Verbena, right? Just to have like a little different texture. I like to play with textures. I like the idea of maybe the color's the same, but I've got different textures going on in. They're both using vertical height, but in a different way. So if you're just thinking about, okay, well, how would I do that? This is the Verbena. This is the one that we're talking about right now, which is the Veronica collection. Yeah, but have fun with them. And then P.S. and by the way, these were the roses, right? Could I do the roses as well?
You could, and remember, those are representations. The roses were much yellower.
They're much yellower.
Yeah. But they would look beautiful with this, because they all love full sun.
Yeah, a huge explosion of yellow roses. This is $7.77, M68530. No decision, no choicey. You actually get all 3. And I have fewer than 150 left, so please don't wait on these. Get them, plant them in memory of someone's graduation or in honor of someone's graduation that maybe they weren't able to attend this year. New baby coming up, or maybe you just want to give somebody a bouquet for